Hello, Keto Couch. Did you guys think I forgot about you? I wouldn't forget. I am way late. I got my office almost done, you guys. It looks so good. I'm going to share that with you. I have a live I'm going to do from in there, but they're going to put some stronger internet in tomorrow. So I'm going to wait for that. And I had a yummy dinner. Ryan made me some chicken thighs, my very favorite. And so my thoughts for tonight are saving money and the best tips for grocery shopping. Okay? So hi Rose, how are you? So we're just gonna start, and I'm just gonna go through. I have a list here. I'm gonna kind of read it, and so I don't forget anything, and then give you some ideas for that. So the first one is to kind of plan ahead. And you're gonna wanna get your grocery list. So I do cooking for you guys, keto cooking. And so I always have a list, and I go through what I have at home and what I need to get. And some of it I get at the restaurant, and then some of it I go out to the store, but I try to plan for the whole week. And if you're doing any meal prep, go ahead and do that, like maybe on Sundays. So for if you take a lunch to work or anything like that, plan ahead. It'll also help with your grocery list if you're planning ahead. And then stick to your list. When you get to the store, stick to the list. Don't go off, and I do that sometimes at Costco. It makes me crazy, but I just need a few things, and I end up with a huge cart. And I have to try to figure out how I'm going to get in the car. Okay, next thing is to meal plan. And if you're meal planning and then you have your list, boom, stick to the list, you're set. That'll help you save money as well. Never buy groceries with a credit card. So always, not spending over your budget. Not in, if organic isn't right now, or grass-fed isn't right now, maybe eventually it will be once you get in the rhythm and you can save some money here and there, and then you can afford to incorporate higher amount items. But not at first. Just stay in your budget. Stay with the budget. Don't use a credit card, because you're going to end up paying way more in the end. Okay? How many of you guys out there meal plan, first of all, for the whole week? And throw me, I don't know, some kind of emoji in the comments. And then how many of you make a list and stick to the list? How about that? Anyone out there do that? Hi, Stan. Stan doesn't grocery shop. He goes out and gets his own, right, Stan? All right. Don't be afraid to shop multiple stores. My little area, we don't have a lot of different stores, so we don't have that option. But for you that have a bunch of stores, or go down to Spokane, that's another great way, is make a list and then go and look at your ads, look at your coupons. If you cut coupons. They have a lot of apps now that you can put the coupons right in the app, and when you get to the store, it scans it. For all the stores have the same thing. I don't usually do that. I do a lot of my shopping at the restaurant, but I do know that it exists and it works. So look into that, an app for coupons. And then also, another way to stay with your list is a lot of stores you can shop online and then just go and pick it up. They'll let you come to the back and pick up the groceries. That's a great way to stay on your list. And you won't overshop because you called it in, or you ordered it online, I guess, more than called it in. Okay, so stick to the outside of the stores, and always shopping on the outside. All the bad stuff's in the inside. So your produce and your dairy and your meats and all of that, it's all on the outside. So that's where you want to stay when you're in the store. Don't go down the aisles. Of course you're going to have to go down for some, but if you're primarily on the outsides, that's where all the good stuff is. Hi. Okay, check your local papers. Every Sunday it comes out, probably on Wednesdays, I think, and that's where your ads are. Check your coupons, check your sales. When something that you use that's maybe a canned item is on sale, stock up. Get lots of it. Karen, you're live. Yes. Stock up and put it on your back shelf. So these are all ways to save money in the big picture. And that's when you start saving money is when you can buy the grass-fed Kerrygold butter, which is amazing because you saved money the other day on the green beans or whatever it is that you bought in the can. Okay? Use coupons. We already talked about that. All right. One of the other things that I researched a little bit was buying stuff that's outdated. Not outdated. That's wrong. But close to date, like as in meat. And then you can freeze it. Because once you get it in the freezer, it's okay. And also, on that note, buying big bulk. So I buy at Costco a lot, and I'll buy the chicken thighs, or I'll buy the pork chops, or I'll buy those things in big bulk, break it up, freeze it. And that saves me a ton of money to do it that way. And then I just put it into for 2 or 4 or, however many servings that you want, and then you can label it. I do the same thing. I'll bring home a lot of bacon from AJ's, and I just portion it into little baggies and put bacon on the front and put it out in the freezer. And so that's a great way to save money too, because you're buying it in bulk, or it's cheaper. And when you get to the meat that's almost dated but not out of date, you can take it home and freeze it, and you saved a lot of money because they put the price down, right? You save a lot of money doing that. Let's see. Skip the packaged foods. Buy food and cook it yourself, because the packaged food, yes, it's more fast, but you're paying extra for the comfort of the fact that it's easier. So, just take a little extra time and make it yourself. Chop it yourself, cut it yourself, whatever it is. Same with cheese. Yep, me too, way cheaper. With the cheese, I buy packaged cheese because it comes that way at AJ's, but honestly, it's cheaper and way better for you to buy a block of cheese and shred it yourself, and then just bag it up and freeze it. It doesn't have the potato starch on it, which is a carb for us that are keto for sure, or if you're just low carb, either diet. And plus just the processed part of it. So staying away from processed food, be it boxed, be it shredded, even just as simple as shredded cheese. Buy a big block, it's cheaper, shred it yourself, bag it up, put it in the freezer. There's nothing wrong with frozen cheese. It works just fine. Okay, bag salads, same thing. If you buy a head of lettuce, and if you like carrots and cabbage and that kind of stuff, just buy little heads, grind them up, and then if you put paper towels in it and keep the paper towels wet, it keeps them fresher for longer, and then put them in your little crisper in the fridge, you're all good. You saved a ton of money doing that. And it doesn't sound like a lot in the very beginning, but by the end, you saved a ton of money. And so that's when all of a sudden you're going to be like, over a week, I saved this much money, okay? Bulk food stores, there's a lot of those nowadays where you can go and they have buckets of, almond flour or unsweetened coconut or whatever it is, and they're in these big buckets, and then you just fill up bags, and you come home and you put them in mason jars, you put them in some kind of containers and store them in your back room, and you save a lot of money by doing that. We have a store called Winco, and they have tons of those bins, and so that's a great way to save a little bit of money as well. Shopping online, I do buy a lot of my sweeteners and my lily chips and things like that are first kind of hard to find, but secondly, more expensive if you go to like a health food store and buy stuff like that. It's a little more expensive. So I always recommend Amazon or Thrive. There's a couple different, and a lot of times if you wait for the sale, and with Amazon, it ships to you for free, and so the aggravation of going out and trying to find the item, unless your local store carries it, then that's great. I kind of live out in the boonies a little bit, so I don't have the luxury of lots of different health food stores, okay? And a lot of times with health food stores, they're more costly. All right, so skip the name brands, generic with what the only thing I would recommend with that is checking the backs. So you want to make sure that your generic brand and your name brand have the same ingredients. The generic brand's always going to be cheaper, but they have exactly the same ingredients and the same nutritional by the generic. Let's see. Whenever possible, buy from a local farm. I do buy vegetables in the summer from a local farm lady, which I love. And I buy my eggs. She still delivers eggs throughout the whole year. So I get eggs every 2 weeks. I get a dozen or 2 dozen eggs. Excuse me. But if you can do a farmer's market, or we have a couple. We have a farmer's market, and we have an Amish store, which is actually right down the street from me. And they have lots of produce and different, and it's very reasonably priced. And I can just come home and package it up and have my stuff for the whole week or every 2 weeks, however you want to shop for that kind of stuff. Eggs, yeah, I always recommend farm eggs versus store-bought. They're not always easy to get, but if you can get in with a local person and get your eggs delivered, that'd be great. Buy fresh produce, local butchers, and so if you can buy, a lot of times in areas they have people sell cows, and if you can go in with maybe a group of people or a couple different people and buy a cow and have it packaged for you however you like it, if you like burgers or steaks or whatever you like, and it's pretty reasonable to do that. You just have to get a couple people together, and then you know that it's a good clean meat and all of that as well. So I always recommend that. I have a couple people that come in the restaurant that sell their cows and what to customers, and I've never been able to do it because it's just me and Ryan, or my nephews come and his son comes, but not enough people to have a whole cow in my freezer. But I do know some people that do split cows all the time, or a pig or whatever. All right, we talked about cheese, and then in the summer, if you can grow your own. What's the difference in eggs and meat in the rest of the farm? So what's so better about it? Well, with processed eggs, they're processed and they're bleached, and there's what they feed the chickens that are producing the eggs. I mean, I could go on, but you could just Google that, and but definitely when you do a fresh egg, first of all, it's brown the way it's supposed to be, and the chicken was fed organically or no processed foods to produce that egg. So I would just Google that, and you're gonna find out a whole world of stuff you probably don't want to know. Let's see, that's it, I think, you guys. I have a couple more here. Make your own seasonings. I don't know that that's necessary, but it is a good way to save money, or good combinations. Dollar store, and I am a firm believer in the dollar store. We recently got one, but I've always went to the dollar store, but you're going to be amazed all the stuff you can find at the dollar store. I buy a lot of seasonings there. I buy some of my coconut. I usually find my unsweetened coconut there. Cleaning supplies, so much stuff you can save money at the dollar store. My pork rinds, always buy my pork rinds there to because I use pork rinds in a lot of different recipes, and so I'll go there and I'll buy 5 or 6 bags for $1, $1 a piece. That's a great place to save money. Just walking up and down the aisles, and they change their stuff. They just get these shipments, and it's always sometimes different. So definitely go in there every once in a while, just look around, see what kind of things you can get. It's not all going to be fresh stuff, but your canned stuff and things that you use, like I said, for the pork rinds, with the coconut, that kind of thing. It's a great place for that kind of stuff, for sure. And that's about it. Cutting back on your snacking is a great way, and not buying that snack food, not even having it in the house. It's going to save you. You shouldn't be snacking anyway. And second of all, it's a waste of money. So if you're going to have a snack, make it fresh. Make, celery or an avocado or fat bombs, which are amazing. And I make those, and that's if I'm going to have a snack like in the afternoon or evening, that's what I try to have. So That's a bad habit, and I tend to slip back into that habit of all the bad habits that I've had. Oh my God, Wayne, I don't really know. Oh, that's okay. Oh, let's see. I think that's about it. I just kind of wanted to just touch base with saving some money. Thanks, Karen. Saving you some money and being more organized, getting your list done in the beginning of the week, going for the whole weeks, like Sunday. Make Sunday, spend an hour or less looking through the newspaper, getting some ideas, planning your week out, looking through your cookbooks. That's what I do. I look through my cookbooks and I kind of get my plan for the whole week of what I'm going to cook, can I get from AJ's, what do I need to go to the store for, and boom, I go. Or if you're a big shopper and you go down to Costco or things like that, then just once a week, take care of it and save yourself money by getting the sales and that kind of thing. And if you see something that's on sale that you might not be using that week, but you do use it, buy it. Buy a bunch of it and get it in your cupboard, okay? So, anybody have anything they'd like to add? Or if you have any questions, now would be the moment. What do you guys want to see? You're welcome. What do you guys want to see on the next Keto Couch? You guys have any suggestions? I'm open to suggestions, and you can just leave them in the comments, and I'll go through them. And the ones on Sunday, the Keto Couch on Sunday, it was so fun. Allison, you'll have to go back and look at the video of the Davenport. I don't know if you looked at that one yet, but where we were at, where we stayed, we had a great time. And the dinner was fabulous. So, on Sunday's Keto Couch, it's always something to do with food-related, diet, that kind of thing. And then on Wednesdays, I do some kind of self-development or something. Let me see. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I need to get back. I'm watching The Walking Dead. It's almost over. So I need to get back to that. And I'm going to show you my office. Maybe I'll do that later this week as a live. And I'm going to cook for you guys tomorrow, okay? All right, you guys, I love and appreciate you all. If you found some value, I would appreciate if you share this out. If you're not already following me, touch my nose, follow me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Do you know it's day 25 today? I've come live 25 times. I can't believe it myself. I did it. So I only have till Friday, and then I'll probably stick with it. It's been kind of fun. So I think I'm going to just stick with it. And then I will cook, normal, 4 days a week or so. All right, you guys, have a great night. It's getting late. Got to get to bed. See you guys.